Okay. Can everybody hear me okay? All right. I sound really good in paper. I was like, did I write that? I wrote that. All right. Anyway. So when my friend offered to stake me $20 for the blackjack tables at this casino in Minneapolis, it seemed like a good idea. I was in Minneapolis, heading east. I was on the West Coast, and I'd come through, was visiting friends, and I'd run out of traveling money. I had my bus ticket, taking the Greyhound all the way across the country. Kind of a rolling sardine kind of thing. And but I needed a little money because even though I was traveling by Greyhound, it's nice to occasionally eat when you stop at those wonderful bus stations in the middle of nowhere that has no access to anything. So so she's like, okay, I'll give you $20, and if you win, great, and if you don't owe me. I'm like, okay, that's awesome, because I know blackjack. I've been playing blackjack most of my life. I learned to count playing blackjack. It's a great way to learn how to count. And and even like in fifth grade, I was playing blackjack during study hall and taking people's lunch money, which might account for the reason why no one really liked me in junior high. But I was okay, right? But I figured out pretty early. The nice thing about blackjack is that it's not like poker where you're like playing against everybody and the dealer. It's just you and the dealer. It's mano y mano. So you have to worry about everybody else. Everybody else has got their own battle going on. Don't have to mess with them. Well, my friend, she had this whole other theory about blackjack because she had read books. These self-help books. You can go and get books about how to play blackjack and strategy and things. And apparently she had this whole community theory about blackjack to where everybody at the table was everybody against the dealer. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? Who does that? Because that's not my and I was like, well, okay, you do that, I'm going to do my thing. It'll all be fine because it's just cards. And blackjack is the most rational of all card games because there's no bluff involved. It's just the cards. So we get to the casino. It's a very nice casino. Get to the $5 table, and there's four of us there. It's like two people, my friend, one person, my friend, me, and this other guy who was not happy when I got there, but again, that's his problem. Because again, I got my cards, he got his cards, she got her cards. So dealer starts dealing, and I'm doing okay. I lose a few hands because you do, but I start winning. My $20 turns into $50, and then the $75, and I lose a couple, and then I bump up to $150. My friend is doing okay, but she's starting to get a little So there are two people that go to parties. There's the one who makes everybody uncomfortable, and then there's the one that is ashamed of being with the one who makes everybody uncomfortable. I was not the one who was ashamed. I was the one who was apparently messing up this whole community card thing, because I had walked into this whole game that had been going on, because she was there every day. My friend, because her, she's married to a friend of mine. He worked, she didn't. She was at the casino every day, playing blackjack with these people, and they knew each other, and we're Facebook friends, and it's a whole thing. And I'm just playing cards and trying to get my stake money, so I can get back out on the road. And this guy over here is increasingly irate, and he's getting mad at me. He's throwing cards on the table. He's ordering more drinks because he's not having a good day. And I'm like, well, that's just cards. It's just cards. It's nothing personal. I'm not controlling the way the cards are laying down. The problem was that chair was usually empty, and so it did kind of shift the way the cards were coming out, but not my problem. There were four chairs. At any time, somebody could be sitting in that seat. The fact that no one ever did is not my problem. I had to be able to buy hamburgers in Greyhound stations. I had priorities. So finally, and I'm about $250 up, doing pretty well. My friend has stopped talking to me at this point. She's my ride back to their place, and I'm sleeping on their couch, so I'm hoping, that it's going to work out. But and at one point, we decide they change dealers, and so I stand up to stretch because and then the other guy gets up, and he's like, "Man, what is your problem? What are you doing? What are you doing?" I think you're cheating on this game. I was like, dude, I'm just playing cards. And he's like, in my face. And I don't, people don't get in my face often. I didn't lose my cool because one, I don't want to be kicked out of a casino in Minneapolis. Probably one of the most benign of states to be in, Minneapolis. People up there are very polite. So I'm like, I'm just playing cards. It's all right. Your luck will change. And he kind of bumps into me and he leaves. So I sit back down. I'm a little rattled. And my friend is like, he's really upset. I'm like, yeah, I know, but it's his cards. And I got my cards. And you got your cards. And they got her cards. And everything's fine until I notice that I'm sitting a little different on the chair. Because in my back pocket was my journal. And my journal, there was a pocket that had my ID and my bus ticket. So the guy, and I looked around on the floor, the guy had picked my pocket while he was standing there getting in my face about the fact that I was up and he was not. And the thing is, the ID was annoying. The journal really kind of pissed me off because I had months of notes in there, and I'm a scribbler, so I write things down because I don't remember them. That's why people journal. We journal because we don't remember shit. And my bus ticket, I had managed to scrape together money to get this. What Greyhound doesn't do this anymore. It's called a USA Discovery Pass. So you pay, I think it was $500. You can ride for 90 days anywhere in the country. You take that thing to the ticket counter, and they let you on the bus. It paid for itself within 2 weeks. Didn't have to get a hotel room because I could sleep on the bus. Didn't have to worry about buying another ticket because I already had my ticket. And I was within 2 weeks of it running out. So my plan was to go back. I was actually heading back to Illinois to file for divorce. I had plans. I had plans. And so I'm in this casino, and I'm like, shit. So they got, and the thing is, I couldn't get another bus ticket without my ID. In order to get my ID, which was an Illinois driver's license, I had to, well, first I called my mom, because that's sort of, man, that's thematic tonight, isn't it? Don't we all at some point call our parents? I'm 45, I still call my mom every once in a while. And, so I was like, Mom, do you still have my birth certificate? She's like, well, what happened? I was like, well, I sort of lost my driver's license, and I need to. She couldn't find my birth certificate because at some point she'd actually given it to me, but I lost it in a move, and me being me thinking, well, I don't need this paperwork. I know who the fuck I am. So I then had to, and by the way, I'd lost all my road stake at this point because I was distracted from the game, and this guy had got in my face, and my friend was mad at me, and so I lost all of it in 5 hands because that's cards, right? But then I had to petition. I had to go through the website for the state of Ohio, which is draconian, to get a copy of my birth certificate. I then had to take that copy and send a copy to Illinois, Springfield, so that I could get a copy of my driver's license sent to me in Minneapolis. So Ohio, Illinois. And all of this to get back to Illinois so that I can petition the court to have them waive the filing fee because I was technically homeless. In Illinois, if you're considered transient, you don't have to pay for your divorce. File that one away. See, storytelling is not just entertaining, it's also educational. So it took me another 2 weeks to get all my stuff, and I'm sleeping and the whole 2 weeks, my friend's wife, and she's like, it's like, I can't believe you did that. I'm like, the guy picked my pocket. He's like, yeah, and that was, but you could have let him win a game. I'm like, what do you mean I could have it's blackjack. You don't let people win in blackjack. I mean, did Kenny Rogers let anybody win? No. Did Maverick let anybody win? No. These are my heroes, So, and when you learn blackjack in the Ken Parsons School of Cards, you don't let people win. However, it occurred to me up in Minneapolis that maybe next time in that similar situation, I might just let the grumpy, drunk guy win one so I can get home. all I got. Thank you.